Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are going to start about the communication, and our topic is effective communication and 7 Cs. So we are going to discuss about the 7 Cs today. Now we are just discussing about the objectives. Some objectives are there. So learning objective. So students will develop knowledge, skills, and judgment around human communication that facilitate their ability to work collaboratively with others. Such skills could include communication. So here we are talking about the communication, why communication is important in our day-to-day life. So students will, develop knowledge with the help of communication. Students will develop their knowledge, their skills, and their judgment around human communication. That will be, facilitate their ability to work collaboratively and with others. Such skills could include communications competencies such as managing conflict, understanding small group process, active listening, appropriate self-disclosure, etc. These are some, objectives we have discussed. Now we are just talking about some, outcomes. Learning outcomes. Students will be able to understand and apply knowledge of human communication and language process as they occur across various contexts. Example: interpersonal, small group, organizational, media, gender, family, intercultural communication, technologically meditate communication from multiple perspectives. So uh, communication is very important in our life. So students will be able, with the help of communication, they will be able to understand and they can apply their knowledge of human communication and language process as they occur across various contexts. Examples, here we can say interpersonal communication is very important. Interpersonal, here we are talking about the small group, organizational, media, gender, family, intercultural communication, technologically mediated communication. So, from multiple perspectives. So, student will be able to understand and evaluate key theoretical approaches used in the interdisciplinary field of communication. They can use their communication any field. So, students will be able to explain major theoretical framework, constructs, and concepts for the study of communication and language. Summarize the work of central thinkers associated with particular approaches and begin to evaluate the strength and weakness of their approaches. Now, student will be able to understand the research methods associated with the study of human communication and apply at least one of those approaches to the analysis and evaluation of human communication. So, these are, very important learning outcome we have discussed. So, how a student will be able to understand and how they can apply their knowledge of human communication and various, in various field, in various contexts, they can apply their, knowledge, they can apply, communication, they can apply interpersonal, intra small groups, organizationals, and intercultural communication technologically. So these are, different perspective we can say. So we student will be able to understand, and if they can evaluate their knowledge, they can evaluate theoretical approaches used in the, various interdisciplinary field of communication. So student will be, able to explain major theoretical framework. They can explain, different theoretical frameworks and construct and concept for the study of communication and language. Summarize the work of central thinkers associated with particular approaches and begin to evaluate the strength and weakness of their approaches. So student will be able to understand the, research method, different research method they can apply. They can associate with the study of human communication and apply at least one of those approaches to the analysis and evaluation of human communication. So now some so student will be able to find, use and evaluate primary academic writing associated with the communication discipline, and student will develop knowledge, skills and judgment around human communication that facilitate their ability to work collaboratively The other such skills could include communications, and they can such as managing conflicts, understanding small group, process, active listening, appropriate self disclosure, etc. So student will be able to communicate effectively orally and in writing. So now we are just talking about the, transmitting effective writing or oral messages. Certain principles must be followed. These principles are advocated by Francis Bergin, provides guidelines for choice of content and style of presentation adapted to the purpose of the receiver of the message. So now we can say these are, some, they are see as we are just discussing about the they are also called the 7 Cs of communication. So they are, completeness, conciseness, clarity, correctness, consideration, urgency, and completeness. So these are, 7 Cs we have to discuss about the, major point on 7 Cs. So now, here we are talking about the, completeness. So completeness is, completeness in communications are like we are just completing a task. We are just completing, every communication must be complete and adequate. So whenever we are talking and whenever we are starting our communication, it should be complete and it should be, adequate. Incomplete messages keep the receiver guessing, create misunderstanding and delay action. The role of completeness means that our communication should be, complete. Our communication should be, proper, complete, and understanding level should be there. So if our communication is not proper, or receiver not understanding, not able to get whatever we are saying, whatever we are trying to convey, so it means ki, something is missing, and we are just guessing. They are just guessing and just creating misunderstanding and delaying action. So our completeness should be there. It means your, our communication should be, complete message should be sent so they can understand easily. They can, they can get proper message. So every person should therefore be provided with all the required fact and figure. So, here we are talking about the 7 Cs. So, in first Cs, here we are talking about the completeness. So, this is our first 7 Cs, completeness. So, every person should, therefore be provided with all the required facts and figures. For example, when factories supervisor instruct workers to produce something, so he must specify the exact size, exact shape, and the quality and the cost of the product. Any assumptions behind the message should also be clarified. So now, while answering a letter, all the questions raised in the letter must reply. So, with the help of completeness, we're just trying to convey this message. Our communication should be, well and, complete and adequate and proper. So there should not be any misunderstanding, misunderstanding or delaying action should delaying action should not be there. If we are just, if our communication is not proper, not complete, it means our receiver, receiver will not get proper message or proper understanding, proper actions. So we are just giving the very beautiful example here. We are just giving. So every person should therefore be provided with all the required facts and figures. So the main important part. Suppose we are just giving example of factory man, factory supervisor. He's instructing their workers to produce. He must. So now he or she must specify the exact size, proper size, proper shape, quality, and cost of the product. Everything should be like complete. So any assumptions behind the message should also be clarified. So here we are just talking about the completeness. So while answering a letter, all the question raised in the letter must be replied. So this is, what we have discussed. Very beautiful, part of 7CS is, completeness. So everything should be complete if we are going to start any task, any message, any work given by others. So it should be complete. So it means it should be, proper and having understanding and without delaying actions. Now we are just talking about the second of cs second 7cs, we can say conciseness. So conciseness is very very important in communication. So before starting conciseness, we are just giving the example of coder. Coder is very important in communication. What is the meaning? Yeah, what does it mean about the coder? Coder means, first of all, the C is called, conciseness. Writing should be concise. And O stand for it should be in order. And D stand for the drafting, the message and communications, writing pattern should be, drafted. And then after the editing, so whenever we are just starting and whenever we are just, giving or trying to convey any message, so it should be like, it should be in draft. Then after it should be added. If we want to add something, we can add it. Then after the R stand for revise. So revision. So revision is also very important in communication, in writing part also. If we are just concising our matter, order and drafting, editing and revising. So revision is very very important before giving any communication. So in conciseness in business communication, you should be brief and be able to say whatever you have to say in few possible words without sacrificing the other C qualities. So conciseness is desired because of the following benefits. We are just focusing and we are just trying to convey the proper meaning of conciseness. We are just concising a matter. We are just focusing on important point. We are just focusing on possible fewest possible words, which is more important, which is very important words we are just describing here. So in business communication, you should be brief and be able to say whatever you have to say, so without wasting or without using irrelevant matter, irrelevant business communications. It's better to just use fewest possible words without sacrificing the other CSC quality. So conciseness is desired because of the following benefits. There are some benefits of conciseness. Why we are focusing and why we are saying about the conciseness. So a concise message save lot of time. This is also very important point we are just discussing over here. A concise message saves time and expense for both sender and receiver. So conciseness, contributes to emphasizes by eliminating unnecessary words. Large important ideas stand out. When combined with a view, concise message are inherently more interesting to recipient as they avoid unnecessary information. Very this is very important point. Actually, we are just discussing over here. So we are just concising our matter. We are just compressing our matter. We are just compressing our thoughts, and we are just focusing about the important and few possible words without wasting or without sacrificing the other cs. So why we are saying ki we can eliminating unnecessary words. If we are using conciseness in communication, so we can eliminate lot of unnecessary words, unnecessary matter, unnecessary top points. So we are just talking about the important ideas stand out, which ideas are very very important, and we are just talking about it to the point. So when combined with a concise message are here, it should be more interesting and people and receiver. our recipient can, receiver can understand properly and without wasting time. And so this is, very, very important part of, conciseness. So here we have discussed two 7 Cs. First is we have completed completeness. Our communication should be complete, proper. Then after, conciseness. Now our third, 7 Cs is clarity. So clarity is very important. We are just, clarity message, clarity, clarity. So clarity means, getting your message across so the receiver will understand what you are trying to convey. So if our receiver and person, you know person understanding and trying to convey, with the help of clarity, means getting your message across so the receiver will understand what you are trying to convey. But before conveying any message, before conveying any, ideas, it should be, clear. So clarity should be in our mind, whatever we are trying to speak, whatever we are trying to convey. So before conveying anything, it should be, clear. Clarity should be there. Then after you want that person to interrupt your words, the same meaning you have in mind. So accomplishing that goal is difficult because, as you know, individual experiences are never identical and words have different meaning to different person. So different person having different meaning and different ideas they're having. But the most important thing, we are just, trying to convey it properly, clearly, and so clarity should be in our mind. So now we can say, here are some specific ways to help make your message clear. So first of all, we if we want to try or want to say something, so here are some specific ways to help make your message clear. So first is your choose short. So we, choose short, familiar, conversational words. If we want to try, if we want to, convey, so first of all, some points should be in our mind. So if here we are talking about the specific ways to help make your message clear. So first of all, short. It should be short. Our message, our communication should be short. So first of all, we need to choose short words. So familiar words also, so people can understand easily. So familiar words also we need to, have. So then after conversational words, so people can easily understand, easily, grasp some ideas easily. This is also the, this is also the way we can say clarity. So construct effective and sentences and paragraph. Now we are just trying to, we are trying to convey about the construct. So our message, our sentences, paragraph sentences should be, construct effectively. Effective sentence should be there, and it all, sentences should be, um, construct effectively. So we can use, clearly. So when we are using, our sentence, constructively, effectively, so we can, we can say easily if we are using, clarity is there. So achieve appropriate stability and, include examples, stations, and other visual aids when desirable. If we want to, clear something, if we want to clear our topic, so we can, give so many examples. So easily people can understand. So easily they, a lot of examples we can convey, lot of examples we can give. And also we can, share some visual aids when desirable. Now, correctness. So that term, this is our next to 7 Cs, correctness. So the term correctness is applied to business messages mean right level of language and accuracy of facts, figures, and words. If the information is not correctly conveyed, the sender will lose, something. So transmission of incorrect information to supervisor will take decision making process. Transmission of incorrect information to outsiders will spoil the public image of the firm. To convey correct message, grammatical errors should also be avoided. you should not transmit any message unless you are absolutely sure of its correctness. This is very important in day to day life also. We need to, we need to stand something, correct. So our, correctness means, we are just, applying, or we are using, correctness as applied to business message. So means, we are just talking about the right level of knowledge, right level of language, and accuracy of facts. So here we will discuss about the facts, figures, and words which are, correct, which are, correctness is there. So if the information is not correct, so correctly conveyed, so sender will lose something. So if we are not sending information correctly, properly, so how our receiver, will understand properly. So this is important, very important part, very important part of communication correctness. The transmission of incorrect. If we are, transmission, or if we are just sending or conveying incorrect information to supervisor, so uh, you know our decision will not proper, our decision will not be proper, and we will not be able to, send something, properly. So if we are not correct, so transmission of incorrect information to outsiders will spoil. So what we will lose, what will spoil the public image of the firm. If we are sending and not correcting information, we are sending, not providing correct information, correct image, or correct data, so how they will trust on us? This is also very important part of the communication. If we are, we must send, correct information, so outsiders also can trust us. This is very important in our day to day life. So now, to convey, correct message. This is also very important part. Conveying correct, proper, correct message. It should be, a grammatical error should also be avoided. So you should not transmit any. We are not supposed to send, or send any message. If we are not, if something is not clear in our mind, so how can we send to others incorrect information? This is also, this is also a bad habit, we can say. We should avoid this thing. If we are not clear, so how can we send to others something, if something is, incorrect? So you should not transmit any message unless you are absolutely sure, or sure of its correctness. So before sending any data, any message and information, so first of all, it should be in our mind. Then we can, send to other. This is also very important, 7 CS. Next is, consideration. So consideration is also, very important. Because every 7C is very important. Actually, we cannot avoid any 7CS actually. So this is very important. Consideration is also very important part, of 7CS. So consideration means that you prepare every message with the recipient in mind and try to put yourself in his or her place. So try to visualize your readers or listeners with their desires and their problems, their circumstances, emotions, and probable reactions to your request. Then handle the matter from their point of view. So this thoughtful consideration is also called your attitude, empathy, the human touch, and understanding of human nature. It does not mean, however, that you should overlook the needs of your organization. This is, very important. We need to consider, what we, means that you prepare every message with the recipient in mind. So according to recipient, we are just preparing something. Okay. So, what is the important part and what is the need. So we are just talking and about the recipient, we are preparing every message with the recipient and try to, you know and try to and try to and try just a minute. to visualize try to visualize your readers or listeners with their desires, problems, circumstances, emotions, and we need to also focus about someone's emotions and circumstances and probable reactions to your request. Then handle the matter from their point of view. This thoughtful consideration is also called your attitude, empathy, and human touch. So we need to focus about these points. So now, consideration underlies the other 60 Rs of good business communication. If we are talking about the business, so we need to focus about the 7 Cs. So you adapt your language and your message content to your receivers' needs. When you make your message complete, when you make your message concise, when you make your message complete, clear, courteous, and correct. So, however, in your specific ways, you can indicate you are considerate, focus on you instead of I, and we show reader benefit or interest in reader, emphasizes positive, pleasing facts, apply integrity and ethics. So, these points are very important about the business communication. So now advocacy is very important, not only in communication in our day-to-day life. We are following these things also in our life also. We are such thing also we are following in our life. So what we are following in our life, cause so what is the meaning message help to stand present business friendship as well as make new friends. As it stems from sincere your attitude. It is not merely politeness with mechanical listener and please and thank you. These are words we need to understand also use in communication too, because yes, considerate communication should follow these suggestions regarding tone of the communications. Be sincerely tactful, thoughtful, appreciative, and expressions. The change heart or the chill grant and apologize good actually. So these points also should remind how to behave with others. And concreteness means communicating. Concretely means being specific, definite, and vivid rather than vague and general. The following guidelines should help you compose concrete and convincing messages. Use specific facts and figures. Put actions in your work. Choose vivid image, building words. So this is what if we are here we are just talking and following some words in business communications. Our communication should be specific. Our communication should be specific. Our communication should be specific and general and definite and vivid rather than vague and general. The following guidelines should also be we need to follow about the use specific fact and figures and choose vivid and image. Then after we are talking about these are 7 skills we have completed. So what we I am just revising some points of this communication learning objective we have discussed. We need to focus about these skills. We need to focus about the knowledge. So student will develop, definitely they will develop good knowledge. So they facilitate their ability to work with others. So these skills are very very important. Also we have discussed some learning outcomes. Also we have discussed how they will understand and apply their knowledge different areas. Now we have discussed 7 Cs which are very very important in our life. So how to transmitting, how to use interpersonal communication, and these points should be in our mind. So these are 7 Cs we have discussed: completeness, conciseness, clarity, and correctness, consideration, scarcity, and concreteness. Then after we have also discussed about the coder, why coder is important in our why coder is important in our life. Coder means our matter, our communication should be concise, it should be in order, and matter should be in draft. And we can add, if we want to add something, we can add. Editing also should be there. We need to focus about the editing also. Then after the revision. The revision is also very important if we are sending something, when we are sharing or sharing or sending something information, it should be, we must revise at least one time or two times, then we can send to other. So then after, we coder we have discussed. Then after the completeness, why completeness is important in business communication, we have also discussed about the completeness. Then after we have discussed about the conciseness, our matter should be concise. It should be proper, concise, short, sweet, and crispy. Idea should be there. We are not talking about. We are not supposed to add irrelevant masses, irrelevant ideas. Here we are just talking about the relevant information should be, and our information should be, concise. Then after we have discussed about the clarity should be in our mind. If we are sending or informing to other, it should be clear in our mind what we are trying to convey, what we are trying to say, and what is the purpose. So these things should be in mind. Clarity means, getting your message, and our receiver is properly or understanding or not. It is also should be in mind and understand what you are trying to convey. This thing should be in a mind. Also clear, also clarity should be there in a mind. Then after the correctness, whatever we are trying to convey and whatever we are trying to say, it should be, correctness. So correctness means, when any information is, wrong and not correct, or and we are just standing to someone, it should be in a mind that whatever we are trying to say and whatever we are sending should be correct. So our information should be correct. Then we can send to, and then we can send to other. Then after the consideration, there are a lot of words we have discussed in consideration. What is the, desire, problems, circumstances, emotions, problem, reactions to your request. This is, very important part in business communication. We need to focus on that. Then after some points, courtesy always, in our mind, always in our personality also. If we are, using some words, please, request, and we are not ordering to others, we are just trying to, and very properly, very smartly, and we are handling situations, we are just trying to, any message and informations to other, with the regards and please and saying thank you again. This is called, we are just, having a good communication. So next is concreteness. Is also we have discussed. Our communication should be, correct, definite, and, without, and vivid rather than vague something, and should be composed, concrete, convincing messages, specific figures, specific facts, and choose good communication. Then after, now we are talking about the MCQ. So we have discussed, 10 MCQs. We are just trying to discuss about the MCQs. So now, we need to discuss about what we have learned from this PPT about, we have discussed IBCS. Now we are talking about the some MCQs. So which of these is the external sounds present in the channels of communications? First is noise, semantic problems, cultural barriers over communication. Then we have discussed about the which of these should not be avoided for effective communications. So what? Noise, unplanning, semantic problems, wrong assumption. So we need to discuss about the, first of all, we need to focus about the question. What is being asked? So first of all, which of these should not be avoided? Which part should not be avoided for effective communication? So in noise part, planning is also problem, semantic problem, and wrong assumptions, selecting perceptions, and then is what is the communication process complete when the sender transmit. Just a minute. Yes. Yes. So when is the communication process complete? So when the sender transmit the message, when the masses enter the channel, when the masses levels the channel, when the receiver understand the message. In which of these, this is next question, in which of these problems is the actual message lost in the abundance of transmitted information, selecting perception, over communication, under communication, and filtering. Then after dash means to impart. So, which means to impart understanding of the message. Also, what is the communication process complete when the sender transmit the message, when the message enter the channel, when the message levels the channels, and when the receiver understand the message. Next is your next question. Dash is the first enemy of communication. So, what is the enemy? So, this is very important question. We can understand easily. We can give correct answer. Noise, clarity, politeness, and completeness. Easily, we can understand about the enemy. So, who is our enemy here? As noise is the enemy. So, noise is the first enemy of communication, not clarity, not politeness, not completeness. So, which one is the enemy of communication? Noise. So, which of these must be avoided for effective communication? Which of these must be avoided for effective communication? Sharing of activity and listening, witty, and politeness. So, we must be avoided. Which thing we should avoid? Sharing of activity we should avoid, listening we should avoid, ambiguity we avoid, and politeness. So, ambiguity should be avoided in effective communication. So I hope question is clear to all. We have discussed 10 questions. I hope now. So for in first question, which of these is the external sound present channel? We have discussed. Which of these should not be avoided for effective communication? Which thing we should not be avoided? So we should not avoid. So planning we should not avoid actually. Then after the what is the communication process complete? So when the receiver understand the message, when the message level the channel, when the message enter the channel, yeah, when the sender transmit. So first of all, the most important part is if our receiver understanding properly, it means our communication process will be complete. In which of these problems is the actual message lost is the awareness of transmitted information. First of all, over communication is the problem. The actual message lost in the abundance of transmitting information. I hope everything is clear. So we have discussed here in this topic, in this TPT, we have discussed effective 7CS. I hope we have learned so many things from this TPT: communications, language, skills, and small group process, and how to managing, how to conflict, and about the communications, learning outcomes also we have discussed. The student will be able to communicate effectively orally and in writing. So outcomes also we have discussed. Here we need to discuss about the 7 CS. If our 7 CS is not complete, it means we will not be able to properly, we will not be able to properly message or properly informing to others. So our 7 CS is very very important. So also 7 CS we have discussed, and after we have discussed MCQs. Thank you so much.